Hey everybody, Michael Wilson Everard here. I want to talk today a little bit more about awareness. What is it? What's happening? What's going on? Um, well, very simply, the world is becoming more aware. Um, Everyone that we encounter is waking up. We're becoming more aware. Um, some of us are feeling frustration, we're feeling anger, we're feeling confusion. All of these things are perfectly natural and understandable. So, um, what is confusion? Well, confusion is evidence that we are overthinking something. Um, uh, Frustration is allowing that confusion to persist. Anger is allowing frustration to build, and then if we let that anger turn into wrath, we will inevitably destroy something, either another person, a thing, or maybe somebody's spirits. Um, Destruction is also part of the process. Destruction is going to either create space, or it's going to kill something. So, since nothing ever really dies, I prefer to look at destruction as a means to create space so that something new can rise up out of the ashes, like the phoenix. So, um, awareness is acknowledging uh, various levels of truth about yourself, and realizing that um, every time you acknowledge any level of truth about yourself, you're going to do one of two things, or possibly both at the same time. You're going to either laugh or you're going to cry. So, laughing, yeah, it's very simply an aha moment that you experience. So if you watch a comedian um, and you laugh at what they're saying, you're laughing at yourself, because you've acknowledged that somebody else perceives something the same way you do, and then you acknowledge without judgment um, that that's how you react to something, for example. So instead of holding a judgment, saying, "Oh, I don't know, that topic is taboo. We shouldn't talk about that." No such thing. Everything is worthy for discussion, especially that which we question the most. So, going back to the idea of awareness, everything comes back full circle. Everything that we realize about ourselves um, is very simply um, an acknowledgement that a previously held thought form called a belief may have to be dispelled in order to acknowledge that next layer of truth. So, um, when you peel an onion, what happens? You tear up. So, unveiling layers of truth is like peeling the onion, so that if you if you're not laughing about it, you're gonna cry. You're gonna experience tears of joy, in a sense. So that is it's a baptism, as it were. You're literally cleansing your eyes physically, but also metaphorically, your inner vision is being cleared. You're able to see the world more clearly um, through the windows to your soul, which are your eyes. Okay, so sometimes you may laugh and cry at the same time. Um, if that happens, you're not hysterical and you're not losing your mind. You're simply acknowledging very deep levels of truth. So give yourself a break. Enjoy that initial rush of that aha moment. Is like, oh, um, And then what will happen is you'll resolve into a very peaceful state. So, the more aware you become, the more you're able to recognize various levels of friction. Friction is simply the means by which we are able to slow down on the infinity loop. Okay? The infinity loop is when things are possible. So without a when, you cannot have an experience. We need that time element. Linear time is useful in that we can relive, we can go back to the past and relive a moment. In a sense, we're time traveling, and what we do is we either relive that and try to understand it, but hold shame or guilt about it, in which case we're not going to acknowledge it as simply an experience. We're going to disregard it, and we're going to place a judgment on that. We're only disallowing ourselves to grow emotionally and spiritually by doing that. If we accept it as simply an experience that we were meant to experience so that we can better learn and understand and relate to other people that have been through the same experience and help them through this cleansing, healing process, then with the acceptance of that truth, our oscillating rate of frequency will increase every single time. Try it. Try it. Do some soul searching. Look deep inside. Everybody has things that they are ashamed about, they feel guilty about, or they simply cannot understand why it happened to them. And then the misunderstanding of why something happens gives you feelings of doubt. It makes you question your worthiness. Well, I got news for you. All of us are absolutely worthy of God's love. All of us are here because of God. All of us are here to not worship God, but to live for God, and God is living for us and through us, as is the purpose of the soul. Our consciousness is a way for us to maintain an identity, but the closer and more aware we become of our true nature, what happens is our consciousness will merge with the soul. So our free will merge with God's will. Okay? That is the way. This is very simply how life works. This is why we're here. We're here to experience love. We're here to experience all levels of love in all the various forms of friction that we choose to label as good, bad, evil, whatever. So let's learn to love all. Let's be peaceful. And let's learn how to simply be. All right, folks, I love you. Peace out.